think looking at the poster that Hannah's created, it's a film that I'd want to go and see. It looks like a happy film. Obviously, the face of Megan, she just looks like she's got a cheeky grin, and the story's going to evolve into something of an adventure. By using a faded out picture, although that's the main part of the picture, your face is just drawn to her, so everything else just fades into the background. With putting quite clearly Empire Cinemas and The Guardian, they're two very reputable companies. Obviously, Empire Cinemas is the review you'd want to see, so 5 stars would make you feel that it's a very, very excellent film. Obviously, she's used the word family, so family must see for this spring. It's quite clear, really. It's The Guardian is giving it 4 stars, but it's basically suggesting that it is a family-orientated film, so you could go and see it with the whole family. There's no hidden agenda, no scenes that I wouldn't take my children to, but it's coming out this spring, so it does make it very clear as to when you're going to see it. PG, she's made that quite clear as well at the bottom. And obviously people are clear as to the guidelines as to what people can go and view, the parental guidance. The other thing is she's put the Facebook and Twitter link. I know that's something that people like to share the information, and they can review it on Facebook. Hide and Seek's a really good title. Again, it's very clear. I think the wording that she's used is quite fairy tale-ish, really, quite creative. It's not in block like she's put at the bottom with all the formalities of who's in it. It's just very creative, and I think it looks just a fun film. I like her use of colours. The colours have blended in nicely with the background, so there's nothing that I would look at and think that's a poster that I would adjust or a film that I wouldn't want to see.
My film review in general was, I think, very consistent with the rest of my media products. I felt the green grass and the green image in the top left corner, this one here, was very related to my film in general, as everything was outdoors and it also fitted in with the adventurous genre. I think this also fits in well with the film poster, as Megan, you can still see she's in the outdoors, and the background is the green sort of bushes and trees. This makes it show she's in the garden for the majority of the film, and that's what was really presented in the film. On my film poster, you can see that everything is relatively bold, but overall it has quite a subtle look to it. It's quite easy on the eye, especially as Megan is quite smiley and happy. I think the quotations make it quite sort of trusted as a film. It's trusted to be good with the 4-star and the 5-star rating. And in the bottom we can see in a much more simpler text is the formalities of the film, which is also very important, which contrasts to the sort of more formal title, which also is a bit more fairy tale like. On my film review, although you cannot see it very clearly, I've used the same font and I've used similar pictures. I wanted to show that Megan was the main character, but obviously I need to incorporate a large picture of Lewis as well. I used this in the top right hand corner as I felt their friendship in the film was just as important as Megan's adventure alone. On the right, I've put other films that it's similar to, as I saw this in another film review. I put how it sort of related that film to other similar films, which obviously engages the interest and gives of the audience and gives them a little bit more detail into what they may expect. On my film review, I used a 3-star rating. The first star I sort of put as a national treasure. The second star I put had great expectations, and for 1 star it was died hard. I thought these play on words made it quite catchy and comical for the reader, and also made it a lot more light-hearted, which fits in with the sort of general feel about the film. I think overall the pictures I used were well presented. I think the top left-hand corner here was very well done, as it's also very similar to the main aspect of the film. It's like the main point in the film where she's walking over, and that's the main part of her adventure. I think in the next picture of Megan smiling, it makes it attract that younger audience, and it makes it seem as if it's more of a family film. In the Locket picture here, it shows us a little bit more history to it and maybe a little bit more depth to the story. This doesn't really complicate it at all, as it just shows there's probably some sort of moral reasoning behind the story's plot. And obviously, like I said in the top right hand picture, I've changed that on the effects of the editing system to make it black and white. This makes it show that there is a time change in the film, and it also makes it a little bit more olden days and historical.